coming out, how much, where you can find it, and what kind of games are going to be on it. We're going to talk about that, especially those of you looking to buy a present for the man in your life or your child or something like that, a gaming console. This is one of the first gaming consoles that's coming out now. That's in a slew of consoles out there, and we're going to talk about that. Is it worth the money? Is this something you want to buy? We're going to talk about that coming up after the break, so stay tuned right here on Tech Pulse.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
In the studio once again, and we're talking WikiPad 7. Now, you know, I mean, if you've been watching Tech Pulse, you know there is no less than about 10 gaming systems coming out this year. Let's count them all. You got the Xbox One, you got the PlayStation 4, you got the Oculus Rift, you got the you got the gaming stick, right? Then you have WikiPad 7. You have the iConsole TV, you have Game Pop, you have NVIDIA Shield, and the one more that I can't remember right now, no less than 10 gaming systems. That is just crazy, you know, but competition is good. Like Devin said yesterday, we're gonna, you know, the losers of the group will be weeded out. People will look at it, but how will you know which ones you should buy or which ones are good enough and stuff like that? That's why here at Tech Pulse we're gonna sit through that and let you know what these things offer. And right now we're talking about the WikiPad 7. This thing was coming out, and it came out initially. Well, it didn't come out, but when they debuted it, they were saying this thing was going to be about $699 to $799. Nobody was gonna buy that for a tablet. You know, even though it was a gaming tablet and gamers, you know, gamers were a hardcore bunch, but still that was pushing it. So the WikiPad kind of, just melted away. I even called my local GameStop yesterday, and I said, do you guys know about the WikiPad 7? They say, man, that thing has been canceled. I'm like, okay, see, even they don't even know when that this thing is back up and back ready to go. And, you know, they're GameStop. They're supposed to be on the cutting edge of what's coming out. And I called them, and they said that thing had been nixed. You know, and I'm like, man, you guys are behind the times. They just announced yesterday, as I called those people, they had just announced a few hours earlier that the WikiPad 7 was back on. Matter of fact, they had gotten their approval from the FCC, which is the final step in any electronic device. When it hits the FCC, that means it's weeks away from coming out, and they just got their approval from the FTC, and they released in an article on TechCrunch. They said that the WikiPad 7, this Android-powered gaming device, and for those of you that don't remember it, I'm going to show you a picture of it. This thing was supposed to come out in 2012, because remember I told you it was at CES in 2012, but suffered numerous delays. But now, the wait is over. And for people who have heard about the WikiPad 7, this Android device, they said that it's coming out at $249, and it's going to be a 7-inch tablet, and this thing is hitting U.S. store shelves starting June 11th. So this is going to be the first gaming, next-gen gaming system to hit the U.S. starting June 11th. That's next Tuesday. So, you know, people can start thinking about, is this something that they that you want? Now, let me tell you about a little bit about this system. Now, even though for a while it seemed like the WikiPad might have met its demise, the tablet re-emerged and was redesigned earlier this year with a 7-inch display instead of a 10-inch. 7-inch display running 1200 by 800 pixels, so you get a high-definition screen, and it has the same quad-core Tegra 3 chipset under the hood. Now, make no mistake, that 10-inch version that we were talking about, according to WikiPad, is still in the works. The company hasn't yet said when it hopes to push the thing out the door. Say the vague, they say Christmas 2013 is what they say, but we don't know. But as far as this 7-inch, for better or worse, the portable 7-inch model will be the vanguard of the WikiPad product line, and some early impressions haven't exactly of the thing hasn't deterred us from thinking that this thing here, deterred us meaning here in TechPulse, that this thing is going to be a good gaming machine. So we're gonna have let me show you a picture of this thing real quick. But it's good. You're gonna be able to the tablet is gonna be able to slide out of the controller even. So that's something that at first they changed the design, because at first it wasn't going to be able to do that. You weren't going to be able to slide it out of the slot. The controllers were at first attached to the side of the tablet, but now they make it to where the tablet fits in just like a dock. It slides into the to the dock of the system, and then you can use it to play. Now, the WikiPad tablet possesses both the unique combination of console-quality gaming experience with the functionality and portability of a tablet, thanks to the award-winning and patent design that they have in this thing. So let me just show you a little picture. Let me show you a little picture of the WikiPad 7 here real quick as we continue to talk about this. Because this is definitely going to be, in my opinion, this is going to be something big. This is going to be a good machine out there. $249, so it's not the price of a next generation full-fledged console, but it's a good price for a portable type system. Now here's the system right there. You can see it right there. Let me enlarge it, for those that may say I can't see that. There we go. So there's the tablet right there. Obviously, this is the tablet, and this is the controller. It slides in, click, right there. So if you don't want to use it as a game machine, you can pull it out, and it's a regular tablet. It's a regular tablet with all the functionality and stuff like that. When you're ready to use this thing as a game machine, you see, you just slide that in there, and it automatically docks. There's no boot up. There's no how do you put it? Like when something is connecting, you have it has to sync up and all this type of stuff. It's an automatic connection when it does that. So according to the people at the WikiPad, this is going to be the tablet of choice for gamers. Now let me give you a little bit more information on this thing, because I know that many of you out there, you're still saying, well, I don't know a lot about it. So let me just give you some more information. According to reports from TechCrunch, that's I couldn't remember what I was thinking. According to reports in TechCrunch, this detachable design comes with dual analog controllers, dual analog sticks, WikiPad offers a multi-capacitive 7-inch touch display screen with 16 gigabytes of memory and an additional micro SD card slot if you want to expand the memory that supports further up to 32 gigabytes of storage. Together with that micro USB, it has GPS, accelerometer, gyroscope. The tablet's ultra-light and thin chassis is powered by the NVIDIA Tegra 3, as we said, quad-core mobile processor that optimized for cloud gaming with a 12-core NVIDIA GPU. This is their graphics processor. The overall processor is a quad-core processor, but the GPU is a 12-core NVIDIA graphics processor with their aspect ratio of 16:10. Now, the reason why 16:10 is important because how many of you out there have widescreen TVs, or so they say in the store when you buy it, widescreen, right? But when you go home and you're watching a movie, why is it that you still have the black on the top and the bottom, those black bars? Why do you still have them on the top and the bottom? Simply because, and here's the reason, simply because a lot of widescreen that's shot is shot in 16:10. Your screen is 16:9, which means you're still going to get those bars because it can't completely fill the screen. And so the reason why the Tegra, the WikiPad 7 came out with that 16:10 is because when cutscenes go into in games, go into their widescreen mode, rather than going into that black bar mode like you're looking through blinds in your house, you're going to have full screen capability right there. Full screen. So this thing also has a 2-megapixel front-facing camera, and it also offers what we just said, true widescreen HD display and an HDMI out. Now, here's where the games come in. Consumers will have instant access to entertainment and video game content of over, the 700,000 apps that Google Play has. Okay, so right away you have a lot of apps to deal with from the Google Play Store, from the Google mobile services, but also PlayStation mobile games from Sony Computer Entertainment will also be available, and Tegra Zone, that's NVIDIA's free app that showcases the best games optimized for the Tegra processor, will also be available. When the gamepad controller is attached, the WikiPad will function as a regular Jelly Bean Android 4.1 tablet, versatile for surfing the web, emailing, and downloading books, magazines, music, watching video, using Skype with that megapixel camera, experiencing the latest apps on the go. Now, the PlayStation Mobile is a global initiative to bring the PlayStation-like gaming experience to a wide-reaching community of the tablet. So Sony and the people at WikiPad got together and they decided to bring the PlayStation Store to the WikiPad experience. So right away, you're being open to hundreds, thousands, not even hundreds, thousands of extra games on the PlayStation Network, in which many of those games are free as well or very cheap to buy. So you have the 700,000 apps in Google. You have hundreds of thousands of games on the PlayStation Network as well, and according to Sony, they're saying that they're excited to bring PlayStation Mobile to the WikiPad, which provides a portable gaming experience that is fun and compelling. That's the people at Sony Entertainment of America. The WikiPad dual analog gameplay controller transformed our mobile games such as the multiplayer Shadow Gun or Dead Zone, or the action first-person shooter Dead Trigger, into AAA console-like experiences, according to the people at Sony. And also, in addition to that, Big Fish. Many of you who know Big because